Welcome to my first video of 2024. Is Bitcoin going to $1 million? Are these ETFs going to get approved? How did Bitcoin perform in 2023? What are we looking forward to here in 2024? What is going on with the ETFs and the deadlines? I'm going to go through all of that in this video. There is going to be lifetime of knowledge and wealth in this 15 minute video. I'm going to go through all of this information that you need to know. Be careful because there could be a huge sell the news event for Bitcoin if these ETFs do get approved. I know it's supposed to be a good thing, but there could be a market adjustment, and we're going to talk about all of that in this video, guys. It is so amazing to be here with you. We did 16,000 subscribers in 2023. I think we could double that, maybe even do that a little bit better in 2024 with your help. Let's go ahead and start the video and start learning together. Let's do it. So Bitcoin is down 1% today. Today, January 3rd, was supposed to be the day that BlackRock was going to buy $10 million in Bitcoin. And a lot of people were thinking Bitcoin was going to go maybe to 46, 47, 48,000. And we've come back down to 42,904 right now. And people are unsure. So let's talk about the ETFs. We might be screwed here. And I'll talk to you a little bit about that here because Kramer, we might have got the Kramer curse. He's went on to say Bitcoin's a scam. It's going nowhere. Sell all your stuff, and now he's changed his tune. So let's listen to this really quickly and I'll go back.
This thing is, you can't kill it. And the late Charlie Munger, who was brilliant on so many things, was blind to this. Now you can say, wait a second, maybe it's all going to come
Jamie
around.
Dimon has not spared any words.
No, but it's a reality and it's a technological marvel, and I think people have to start recognizing it's here to stay. The SEC's been against it almost the whole time.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean that every one of these is here to stay, but
Very true.
It's about, this is a remarkable comeback that was unexpected, except for all the bulls who have turned out to be right.
For all the bulls that turned out to be right. I think we knew where the market was going to go, but check this out. So the ETFs that are going to are in motion right now. I think there's some dates like the 10th, the 15th, and I think the 9th, where some of these, the SEC has to either kick the can down the road again, deny it, or approve them. It could be a major sell the news event. I'm going to talk to you also in a little bit here about this grayscale. There's 620,000 Bitcoin that if this gets moved to an ETF, these people are going to be able to sell this Bitcoin. So there are definitely people that are going to be wanting to just trade this news leading up to the ETF and then get out and then maybe put some money into other assets. But look at Coinbase is the custodian for most of these ETFs. And you also have the JP Morgan is on the iShares Bitcoin Trust as well as the Invesco Galaxy Trust. Jamie Dimon's out here in Congress beginning of December talking about crypto's a scam. It's all made up, blah, blah, blah. Yet JP Morgan wants to make sure they make their commissions and they want to be sure to get a piece of this market. So I just find it funny that Jamie Dimon does that. So here is what you need to look out for. This is a great video. There's 11 approvals. You can see 11 approvals. You maybe not see all of them are ready to go. Maybe they don't have to sign authorized participants. I'll play this video. I don't need to read all this to you. Let's go ahead and figure out what's going on here.
ETF analyst James Seyfert is with us now. So James, you obviously have been at the forefront of all of this. I know that you were one of the first to talk about January next week really being the deadline here. Could we see this happen sooner than January 10th?
Yeah, so the window I'm watching is January 8th to January 10th, so that's Monday to Wednesday of next week, and that's the date that I've been focused on, those 3 days that I've narrowed in on since basically December 1st. So it's possible that these issuers could get like backroom SEC sign off that you're going to launch on this day or we're going to give approvals on this day. I'm still waiting for the official approval orders to come sometime in that window I just spoke about, January 8th to January 10th. So those are the dates I'm watching and when I'm expecting it to happen.
We are seeing new participants in the ETF world, people that are needed to really make the process work. Jane Street starting to come up as a brokerage of authorized participant. JP Morgan starting to show up. How significant is that as we move towards?
Really quickly, JP Morgan is working with something like 80 to 100 different blockchain companies. There might not all be like development and platform. They could be data and other things, but JP Morgan has very well not even just dipped their toes in, but they've dived head in to work in blockchain. And it's funny how you get the head of JP Morgan saying all these negative things about crypto, but in the background, they're doing everything they can to adopt it. That's how it usually goes, right?
this process?
Yeah, essentially we know the SEC needs and wants all of this finalized before they launch, right? There's two processes. Those approvals I just talked about comes under something called 19B4, but you also need the prospectuses or the S1 signed off, and the SEC needs to see authorized participants on those documents before they're going to sign off and allow these things to go effective or essentially launch. It's possible that we're looking at about 11 filers right now. It's possible that we could see approval for all 11, but maybe not all of them are ready to go. Maybe they don't have signed authorized participant agreements. Jane Street is the one that's number one up there, right? They're on 4 different filings that we've seen so far. But you have Virtu on there as well. You have Cantor Fitzgerald on one of the filings, and as you mentioned, you have J.P. Morgan, which is interesting because of Jamie Dimon's view on crypto. But there's a lot of others that we haven't seen. We don't know who has authorized participation agreements. We know Grayscale likely has them filed, but they haven't included in their filings. There's a bunch of other issuers that are probably trying to scramble right now and get finalized deals with these authorized participants, which are typically big broker dealers or market makers. So I'm sure if anyone doesn't have any of these things officially signed yet, this week they're calling those banks and those broker dealers that have been named already to try and finalize for.
All right. So now you know you're updated, right? And also too, CME trading at a $1,300 premium. What this means is institutions are paying a premium for Bitcoin right now. They're paying over what the spot market is paying for Bitcoin. So just I'll keep a close eye on this for you. Also, in the first, we saw $150 million spot market buying in 8 hours for Bitcoin. Bitcoin did break 45 just yesterday, and people thought we were heading towards 48,000, and we've come back down. So just interesting to see how quickly a day can change things. Here you go. Bitcoin returns since 2010. I thought this was interesting. Last year, we saw it up 156%. In 2022, that was a rough year. I'm glad we all made it through that. Down 65%. And then in 2021, we are up 66%. Where is Bitcoin going? Bitcoin does drive the entire crypto market. We need Bitcoin to do well. If we're going to do well in all of our altcoins, you know that I am very bullish on a lot of different altcoins, XRP, Solana, stuff like that. AVAX. Plan B said we will hit 100K in 2024. I've seen a lot of other analysts say we can go to 150K. We'll have to see how all this plays out, but basically we are going to be heading to a 6-digit Bitcoin, or you know it. All right. And also the approval of the US spot Bitcoin ETF will create trillions of dollars in value that will flow into the market, and then that will be taken as profit, and that profit could be put into other altcoins that we own, and that's really what we want, right? We want to see a $10 trillion Bitcoin market, because if we see that, the altcoin market will follow, and that is where we can make life-changing gains and wealth and really change our status and what we want to do in life. So I am keeping a close eye on this. All right, this is an interesting thought process that I hadn't yet thought of because I don't really trade into ETFs, but I guess this has been done before. But this could we see ETF issuers buy up big volume of their own shares to look like they're winnerish? This is really interesting. Check this out. 40-second clip.
The first couple of weeks are crucial. If one of them looks like it's gathering steam, even if that money comes from internal or somewhere else, or you set it up ahead of time, it doesn't matter. It still shows up in volume and assets. If one of them looks and has the appearance of being the winner, that's a major marketing help, because the appearance of having assets, even if it's fake assets, like you put your own money in there, doesn't matter. It looked winnerish. If one could make the greatest case on earth, but if it doesn't have assets or volume, it's gonna have like stank on it, and it's like a party. An advisor's gonna look at it and go, I just don't want to be the only person at that party.
Do you think that these companies, these BlackRocks, Invescos, are going to be buying up their own shares to look winnerish? That is a very strong possibility. They got the money, right? They know they're going to hold this asset long term. They might do that, right? Because they want to look like, hey, people are buying it. What would that do to regular people, right? If they see a fund doing well, they might want to join in, right? Fear of missing out, right? The FOMO might kick in, and that's what they're going to want to do. But you also need to watch out, because there is a lot of Bitcoin that is still locked up that people cannot trade. Check this out. The GB Trust. People cannot take Bitcoin out of this trust yet. But if this is moved over to an ETF, that means 619,000 Bitcoin will be unlocked so people can sell. And these people have not been able to sell for quite some time. So just understand that it could be a sell the news event, and we could look for a lower price on Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market. I would actually love that. It's been some time since we've had a correction, and prices have just been going insane. We've been making crazy gains. We've had like 96 people joined Cryptonairz in the past 35 days. It's just been awesome. And we've had a lot of fun. I think last thing we did was I turned 2 AVAX into 10 grand was the last thing I did on a meme coin that we were talking about. I'm not going to say the name because it's inappropriate, but it's fun to make meme money in meme coins when retail's back in the market. So here's how Bitcoin trades against traditional assets over the last 14 years. You have Bitcoin, you have gold, and you have the S&P. Now, there's going to be people in the S&P, that's regular stock market, that are going to look at these numbers. Man, that looks nice. I want some of that. Look at that, 6.2 billion % gain since it got let out back in 2009. Gold's up 86%. These gold traders got to be like, man, I really hope gold is revalued. But in the meantime, people are making all kinds of money here in the crypto market. And that's what we're here to do, is give you the right information that you need so you can have a good life. All right, these are basically the last 13 years. Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin's only had 3 red years, basically when Bitcoin has been negative at the end of the year: 14, 18, and 2022. So glad 2022 and 2023 are behind us. 2024 should be the most exciting year in crypto to date because of all of the value that is going to be coming in with these ETFs. Now, here's a flashback of 6 years ago when the ETF got denied. Just remember, having an ETF denied is still an option, especially with the current SEC that we have. I don't think they're going to deny it, but this is what happened 6 years ago. Everything's fine, everything's good, it's bullish, and then the pain. Oh no. That sucks. All right, so just remember, guys, the pain could still be yet to come. Just be prepared for a market adjustment. If something is denied, it will be very bad for the asset class. So we are hoping for green lights and better days ahead, but it's good to know that, hey, things can happen. So here are the deadlines that you need to know. January 10th, ARK Investment, 21 shares. You have Bitwise on January 14th, and you have BlackRock, VanEck, Fidelity, WisdomTree, and Invesco on January 15th. So next week should be the week that we find out if we're going to the moon or if we need to rethink what we've been doing in life and maybe find a regular job that doesn't involve crypto trading. Just kidding. We're not going to do that second part, but good to know. And why is this going to be the most exciting 4 years of your life? Well, I'll let Mark Cuso tell you. Check us out.
We're just starting. 2024 is the beginning of the cycle. The next 4 years, we're going to see massive innovation.
Massive.
Then we're going to see a bust, just like the 2000 bust, just like the 1986 bust, just like the 1958 bust after the 54 to 58 with the mainframes. But from that bust, you'll wipe out a bunch of pretenders, but the real winners will emerge, and we'll know 5, 6, 7 years from now which structure we're moving to. But the next 4 years, the amount of innovation, the amount of building, the amount of fun we're going to have.
I love it.
To bring it back to positive, right? We are days away from the beginning of the most fun 4 years we've had for 14 years.
Oh, cannot wait.
When you had the solo-mo boom, and the next 4 years of social media and connectivity and carrying this around 100% of the time was awesome. In 96 to 2000, some people weren't around, but I was there. So much fun. I had so much fun from 96 to 2000. And then 2000, 2002 wasn't much fun. On the other side of that, the companies that were built, this is the time. And this next 4 years,
here you go,
in the digital space, in the digital realm, it's going to be
unbelievable, guys. And if you need help understanding crypto, there's a link down in the description for a free 7-day trial for Cryptonairz. We are going to be raising the prices soon. I think when we hit another 50 people, we'll probably raise the prices up a bit. So if you want to lock in that lower value, now is a great time to join and start having some fun, because when you have hundreds of people looking into crypto and all sharing that information in one space, man, you sure learn a lot very quickly. And that's what we're here to do, help you learn and grow here in the crypto space. I've been Crypto Sensei. This has been the first video of 2024. I hope you liked it. Please like and share. We're going to try to move to maybe 35, 40,000 subscribers this year. I can do it with your help. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you and your family the very best 2024, and I hope you make all kinds of profits and good decisions out here in the DeFi and crypto space. Peace. Aloha. I'll see you next time.